Let's take a look.
On this issue.
Okay, first, if you look at the roots of Pan-Africanism and all these philosophical, ideological ideas leading to such ideas as the African Union, the creation of regional blocs like ECOWAS, like the East African Community, like the SADC, the whole idea, even, latest developments, some of the other projects. It's all about African integration, unity in Africa. Africans living in a territory that is known as the last frontier, coming together to project themselves, either at the continental level or also at the level of person-to-person diplomacy. But while, many of these regional bodies have spoken very well about the whole philosophy, whether it's Nkrumah or it is Muammar Gaddafi or African Nigerian leaders and all of that, it's not been able to get to the level of the people. And that's why you have all these issues, whether in Ghana or in South Africa or East Africa, black-on-black violence, black-on-black hate, black-on-black rejection. But the issue again is about the leaders. Because you have these problems when the leaders do not spread prosperity, when the leaders do not pay enough attention to the welfare of the people. And many of these hate politics among the people will seem to occur when there is economic injustice, when there is poverty, when there is deprivation, and then you have rivalry among the same black people whose leaders say should unite. To that extent, I think that we go back to the same leaders who envisioned the united Africa. They are the problem. Let me start with Ghana. In the case of Ghana, it was economic deprivation that even started the problem. In 1969, Kofi Busia was the leader of Ghana. He was the person who introduced what they call the Aliens Deportation Order, under which Nigerians were expelled from Ghana. Over 200,000 Nigerians who had settled in Ghana under Kofi Busia, who were driven away. In 1983, 1985, Nigeria retaliated because there was a lot of, suffering in Nigeria as a result of structural adjustment program, poverty. Nigerians now said, Ghanaians must go. Ghana must go. That's the origin of Ghana must go. That jute bag that has now become popular, that was a popular bag that Ghanaians were using to carry their things out of Nigeria. So, and then now, there's deprivation in Nigeria. Nigerians are going to Ghana, and then Ghanaians are saying, Nigerians must go, because Nigerians go there and take businesses and occupy space and buy land. They even accuse us of bringing crime into Ghana. They say, they have a popular saying, God is not an alata. In Nigeria, he's supposed to be an alata, whatever that means. And then if you go beyond that, you go to Equatorial Guinea, or you go to Guinea-Bissau, Nigerians also have issues with the local population. And then all the way to South Africa. I saw one video where one South African was saying, look, these Nigerians, they come here, they are living in penthouses. They are living in beautiful buildings. They don't even stop at beautiful buildings. They take all the South African women. And Nigerians have something about South African women, knowing him very well, that South African women are, well endowed.
They carry their problems behind them.
Both frontally and, at the back, the rear, that is of a special category that attract Nigerians. So that in itself has caused problems. And then Nigerians also have the best shops. Why the local population is still suffering, has not gained anything substantial from the post-apartheid era. So they look at Nigerians, they say, these people, they are over enjoying this South African freedom. But it's not only Nigerians that they target. They target people also from East Africa, from Zimbabwe, from Zambia, from other places. So the residual point is about unity among Africans. It's about the leaders in Africa making sure that person-to-person relation reflects, the larger ideal. NITCOM has done very well. The consulate in South Africa of Nigeria has also done very well by saying Nigerians should be careful. April 27 is Freedom Day in South Africa, and they should not engage in any provocative behavior. They should avoid demonstrations already planned for 2029. So both the consulate in South Africa and the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, they've done very well by telling Nigerians, when you are in Rome, do as the Romans, respect their laws. And then, of course, what has triggered the recent target on Nigerians in South Africa is the introduction of a certain Ezendigbo, you know, in Eastern Cape.
Yes.
Or East London, as they call it. But the Nigerian government has tried to deal with that. But there's nothing that diplomacy cannot resolve. So this is not the time to say, oh, when South Africa was under apartheid, we supported them. No, people should listen to both the consulate and NITCOM, saying, please, behave yourself, don't join demonstration, don't be provoked, just live quietly in another man's country. Perfect.